motherfucking Jaws. One of the best and most influential movies ever made, the first ever summer blockbuster, without which we wouldn't have a Star Wars, a Jurassic Park, or even those pure cinema Marvel movies. It, of course, terrorized an entire generation, made everybody afraid to go swimming. It has one of the most iconic scores of all time. It's a huge part of pop culture. You know, it's Jaws.
Yeah, obviously.
A few years ago, I explored the disastrous sequels, each worse than the last, but this year, we're doing something a little bit different. It's still shark-themed, it's still Jaws-themed, except it's weird and awkward. And that's because today, we're diving into the strange world of Italian Jaws ripoffs.
Mamma mia!
So, for a bit of context, in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, Italian studios started cranking out cheap knockoffs of popular blockbusters like Star Wars, Alien, Terminator, and of course, Jaws. Production was always rushed, the movies were made on a ridiculously low budget, and they're usually very incompetently made, and they're completely nonsensical. Some of them were even unofficial sequels, like Terminator 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, or Jaws 5. Spielberg would be proud. And as I'm sure you can see with your own eyes, the posters are misleading, to say the least. And there's a little cherry on top, my personal favorite, the horrible dubbing.
She's early.
These things are the perfect midnight funny bad movies, and today we're watching 3 of them. Selected randomly for better or worse. Spoilers, it's worse.
I don't believe it.
Alright, without further ado, let's get started with our first movie of the night from the director of Terminator 2. No, not this one. I'm talking about this one. It's none other than Cruel Jaws, aka Jaws 5.
Dick brain, dick brain, dick brain.
Cruel Jaws was released in 1995 and was made by hack director Bruno Mattei, known of course for classic hit films such as Belle da Morir, Prive, Capriccio Veneziano, and Snuff Killer, La Morte Indiretta. Noticing a bit of a pattern with his filmography, I don't know, I can't quite put my finger on it. Obviously, Jaws 5 is not a real sequel. It's yet another cheap ripoff that blatantly steals from Jaws, whether it's the story, the dialogue, the soundtrack, and even straight up some of the footage. Yeah, to put it simply, this is a sleazy ass movie, if you even want to call it that. A strange experience that makes no sense and that is sure to leave you with a massive headache. And you know what? That's what makes it so special. Okay, so we start the movie with these 2 divers here. I wonder what they're doing there.
There was top secret Navy material. We're going down to retrieve it. We're gonna sell it, and we're gonna be rich.
Okay, got it. Oh, hey, look, a William Snyder film. My favorite director. Because don't forget, this is definitely an American movie, made by an American production. Okay? Forget about not showing the shark. Here it is in the first minute. And although sharks evidently don't have vocal cords, you bet your ass it's gonna roar like a monster. Off to a great start, and already this thing is confusing as hell, just like I expected. So you can clearly see that this guy in red is right next to the shark, but in the very next scene, it looks like they're a couple meters away from each other. Almost as if they're using footage from other movies and splicing it in with their own footage. And of course, in the middle of this very tense scene, that's when they play the credits. And also, there's no music whatsoever, just like in real movies. It's a little rough, but hey, look at that. They get eaten by the shark. That's exciting. What the fuck? 3 minutes in and I almost had a stroke. But anyway, here's the basic premise of the movie. Jaws. Literally Jaws. This greedy asshole wants to keep the beach open for tourist season, despite knowing that there's a killer shark nearby, and it already ate 2 people. So a group of guys team up to try to kill it. Yeah, that sounds a little familiar. And speaking of which, let's meet our main characters. We got Discount Hulk Hogan, rest in peace, who runs an aquarium with his 2 sons, Bob and Larry. But they're about to be kicked out because they've been struggling to pay rent for a while now.
We've got to be out of here in 30 days.
That fat money-grubbing bastard. I'd like to rip his balls off.
Then there's the town sheriff, the greedy asshole, and lastly, fish expert Bill, who knows all about sharks.
Could have been a shark. A shark and it did that?
Okay, now that that's out of the way, time for another death scene, and boy do I have high hopes for this one. So this couple's having fun, laughing, making out, swimming in the ocean.
It's freezing!
I'm sure you can see where this is going. Lady gets eaten by the shark. At least I think. It's actually very hard to see anything that's happening. Oh, there's a seal. Okay. Yeah, you'll quickly notice something about these Italian movies. They haven't mastered the art of film editing yet. We're not quite there.
It's good to have you back here with us, Billy.
It was terrible.
Also, not the greatest dubbing.
She's early.
Now, before we go any further, we've glossed over a very important question. Just what is a shark? I don't know. I have no idea.
What do we know about sharks?
Well, please let fish expert Bill tell you all about it.
Well, we know that they're a sort of locomotive with a mouth full of butcher's knives.
Okay, anything else?
And all they really know how to do is swim, eat, and make baby sharks. And that's all.
Huh, great. Thanks for the info.
But I thought we were gonna go see the shark.
Ronnie, shut up.
The fuck? Anyway, throughout all of this, there's a lot of filler and very uninteresting plot lines, like Bill's wife telling him to go f himself because he's too obsessed with sharks.
Go fuck yourself!
And then she goes out partying and she starts flirting with this guy. I forgot his name, so I like to call him He-Man.
He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe.
Now they're running on the beach together. Oop, her tit is hanging out. Your tit is hanging out. Meanwhile, He-Man's sister is dating Bob. Remember Hulk Hogan's son? Yeah, I also forgot. But they have to keep their relationship a secret because otherwise He-Man is gonna beat him up. Is any of this relevant to the plot at all? No. And back to the actual story. Just like in Jaws, they kill a shark, but it's not the killer shark they were looking for.
All you have to do then is open him up and see what's in his stomach.
Let's cut it open. Whatever it's eaten in the last 24 hours is bound to still be in there, and then we'll be sure.
Just blatant plagiarism. And then, just like in Jaws, the beach remains open for tourists. So obviously everybody gets eaten alive. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Once again, this is all executed in the most awkward, most incompetent way possible. And also, apparently, I guess they just forgot to add any sound effects. It's like so easy. It's so easy. Here, let me do it for you. Doesn't take a PhD to figure that out. Throughout all of this chaos, Bill's cheating bitch wife gets devoured, or at least I think that's what happens, because the scene abruptly ends and we never see her again. Oh, here's the Star Wars theme for some reason.
What the fuck is going on?
Just like in Jaws, there's now a reward for anyone who can kill the shark.
Offer the reward.
So He-Man and his buddies head out to try to kill the thing. Doesn't go very well for them. Yeah, this is pretty much the same scene as the boat explosion scene in Jaws 2. And since we're plagiarizing the sequel now, might as well go all in and have the shark eat a helicopter. Yeah, so far, this really is Jaws and Jaws 2, but Italian. It's an obvious ripoff, there's no doubt about that. But hey, here's a twist I did not expect.
Oh my god!
This is where they go full-on crazy Italian nonsense. Okay, get this. So, turns out the killer shark is not just some hungry fish looking for food. No, it's actually a Navy SEAL trained shark soldier.
Top secret naval experiments trained to attack the enemy.
Yes, a shark trained by the Navy to attack the enemy. That's what Bruno Mattei came up with. What's he doing? Oh, he's back. And gone again. Anyway, after that, two mafia thugs show up out of nowhere and they get eaten. And once again, I can't see anything that's happening. Whoa! Okay, I'm glad that plot point is over. Oh, hey, guess what? They're playing the Star Wars music again for some reason. Okay, it's time for the big climax of the movie, where Bill, Hulk Hogan, and his two sons very easily blow the shark up with dynamite. And, yeah, I guess that's it. It's a happy ending. The family gets the reward. They can keep the aquarium. The greedy asshole falls in the water. And believe me, it's hilarious. What? And that was Cruel Jaws, aka Jaws 5, the cult classic Italian Jaws ripoff, and it sure was an interesting experience. Literally nothing works in this movie, and that's what makes it so great. We got terrible acting,
and make baby sharks.
terrible sound design,
Here at the aquarium, she's found some reason to live. Every time she feels like a normal kid.
terrible sound effects, terrible editing. There are so many scenes where a character is in one place and then they very abruptly cut to the same character but in another place. That's pretty funny.
It was a shark, all right, and a big one.
Are you all out of your mind?
We got terrible dubbing,
She's early.
lots of slapping for some reason. The music is, well, it's certainly a choice. I think I read somewhere that the whole soundtrack is just stock music, which would explain a lot. And let's not forget that at one point, out of nowhere, they just blatantly plagiarized the Jaws theme. Because after all, this is a sequel. A legitimate sequel. John Williams must be proud. If I had a word to describe Cruel Jaws, it would be awkward. It's almost a movie, but not quite. You really get the feeling that you're watching aliens try to act like humans, and failing. What was that? What were you doing down there? Here's one of the aliens pretending to know how to wave goodbye. Oh look, here's one trying to learn how to smile. And this one's pretending to know how to laugh. I guess the screenwriter is an alien too, because the shark is a Navy SEAL trained shark. Just let that sink in.
It's almost as if someone has trained him to attack and kill.
Cruel Jaws is a perfect midnight movie. I had a great time. I haven't seen the Snyder Cut yet. Hilarious title, by the way. But I'm already excited to watch it again with friends. Like the back of the Blu-ray says, it's the Troll 2 of killer shark movies, and I can't recommend it enough.
Oh my God!
Our second movie of the night is called L'ultimo squalo, or in English, The Last Shark, and well, this was kind of a mistake. So I bought these Italian Jaws ripoffs without knowing much about them.
What?
So I watched Cruel Jaws, then I watched The Last Shark, and oh, wait a minute. Didn't we see that before? What the hell? What is going on? Okay, so it turns out Cruel Jaws not only stole footage from Jaws 1, 2, and 3, but also pretty much stole half of The Last Shark as well. So yes, a lot of the footage we just saw actually comes from this movie, meaning I kind of ended up watching the same movie twice, except this one doesn't have any of the funny bad stuff in it. That sucks.
You kidding me?
The silly dubbing,
I can't let Susie be shacked up in that apartment.
the weird acting,
It's over there! Look! You can see its fin!
Timu Hulk Hogan, this guy talking about baby sharks.
And make baby sharks.
All of that is gone, and all we're left with is a dull, boring Jaws knockoff that nearly put me to sleep. So, whoops. But I got the Blu-ray, I watched the movie, so might as well talk about it. L'ultimo squalo! Okay, the film starts with this guy windsurfing for like probably 15 minutes while the credits play over. I mean, yeah, it looks fun. Is this gonna be the whole movie? Wait, nope, there's a shark. Right away, we can notice the obvious similarities with Jaws. POV underwater shot that looks nearly identical, except, you know, they forgot to add any music or sound effects. It's not like these things matter in a movie anyway, right? Right? Okay, so the guy gets eaten by the shark in good Italian fashion, meaning everything's wrong and you can't tell what the hell is going on. And now that that's out of the way, we can meet our main characters. We got this guy, Chief Brody, Peter. We got Shark Hunter Quint, Ron, of course. And lastly, greedy Mayor Larry Vaughn. Mayor William Wells. My bad. Now, I know this might come as a shocker, but get this. A great white shark is terrorizing the beach. The greedy mayor wants to keep the beach open, and people get killed. It does sound a little familiar. I don't know.
There's something fishy here. I don't like it.
Once again, blatant Jaws ripoff, except it's so fucking boring. Nothing happens in this movie. It is such a drag to get through. Sure, the plot beats are the same, so much so that the movie got pulled out of theaters because it was obviously plagiarizing Jaws. But the thing is, there's no conflict, there's no tension whatsoever, no characters to care about or root for. The actors have no charisma. I mean, look at this guy. Who cares about this guy? I sure don't. The death scenes are just laughable, and unfortunately, it's missing that funny bad dubbing.
Goddamn.
As well as a plot that makes no sense, which is what makes these films enjoyable. I didn't like this. Anyway, people are having fun at the beach, grilling sausages, sleeping in the most awkward position, holding hands like you're a deadite from Evil Dead, awkwardly running in slow motion. And there's this lady here who's going for a swim.
I'm going for a swim.
Cool, have fun. Oh shit, there's a little plastic shark on a string. Look out! So the shark's here now and he starts eating a bunch of people. Or at least I think he does. I'm actually not sure. Maybe he's just knocking people off their boards, but I'm pretty sure this guy's dead. Obviously, the shark is a problem now, so Peter and Ron try to feed it some dynamite. I'm sure you'll recognize this footage that Cruel Jaws unapologetically stole, but the whole feeding dynamite thing doesn't work and the shark gets away.
Did we get him? No, we did not get him.
And in the meantime, okay, this is where it gets a little confusing, but Peter's daughter, Jenny, and the mayor's son, along with a couple friends, are also trying to kill the shark. But they spectacularly fail and the shark eats Jenny's leg. I think. I mean, it's shot so badly. Is that a leg or a pool noodle? Not sure, but she goes to the hospital, and once again, it looks like they forgot to add any sound. Sound design? What even is that? What does that mean? What's a movie? Hey, at least they got the slapping sound right. One more time. The mayor's pissed now, and he takes the matter into his own hands, hops on a helicopter, tries to kill the shark, but it's too powerful, so he also gets eaten. Yet another scene shamelessly reused in Cruel Jaws. I really am just watching the same movie all over again, except it's more dull and less fun. Where's Discount Hulk Hogan when I need him?
Oh my god!
I do like this shot of the shark eating the mayor's legs though. That's fun. And after that, a small plastic shark eats a small toy helicopter. It looks great. Alright, there's like 20 minutes left to this piece of shit, so Peter and Ron go back in the water to blow the shark up with dynamite. You know, kind of exactly like the scene we just saw 10 minutes ago. The one where they didn't succeed.
Did we get him? No, we did not get him.
Why are they doing the same thing again? They know it didn't work. I don't know, but this time it's even worse. Not only do they fail again, this time Ron dies in the process. At least I think he does. He sort of gets pulled away and we never see him again. It's almost impressive how you can never tell what the f is going on in this movie. The only thing I'm certain of is that these guys are two incompetent idiots who failed twice now.
Now, is what I'm saying make any sense to you?
No.
Well, with one of our two main characters dead now, you'd think we're nearing the end of this movie, but for some reason they throw in the subplot with another shark hunter and this TV news guy who's trying to be famous. They just show up out of nowhere, and yes, obviously they get killed right away. At least this lady seems to be taking it pretty well. Hey, call me crazy, but I think adding a random subplot 10 minutes before the movie ends is not the best idea. Just a thought. Alright folks, it's time for the big finale, which is exactly the same as Cruel Jaws. No, but literally, it's the same footage. Yeah, their stupid dynamite plan finally worked. Third time's the charm, I guess.
Mr. Benton, please. You've got to say something.
That's it, we're done. Thank God.
It's all over.
Well, that was The Last Shark, aka Great White. And looking back on this, I probably should have chosen a different movie, because Cruel Jaws stole more than half of this film, but like I said, it's like I watched the same film twice, except they took all the fun out of it. You know, everything that made Cruel Jaws a fun cult classic. The Last Shark is somehow even more of a blatant, shameless Jaws ripoff, but it bored me to tears, and I deeply regret wasting my time on it, especially after having already watched the better, funnier version.
I said you're a son of a bitch!
Sure, the acting, editing, sound design, creature effects, effects, music, and basically every single element of filmmaking are all complete shit, but never to the point of becoming entertaining. It's badly made, yes, but it's not embarrassing. I think the closest thing we got to a funny bad scene is the scene right after Peter's daughter got her leg bitten off. The two parents are crying and being miserable, and then they cut to this funky little stock music while the mayor's driving around.
It just isn't fair.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Otherwise, just don't bother with this, unless you want something to help you fall asleep.
No fun.
Well, the last two movies were a little too similar, so for our last movie of the night, we're changing things up. We're going a little weird with this one. I'm talking a little bit of sci-fi, scientists, computer experts, and of course, a prehistoric shark octopus monster.
A shark with tentacles.
What more could you possibly want? Oh, a good movie that's well made and entertaining? Oh, sorry, you're not gonna find that here. El Devorado del Océano, or in English, Monster Shark, came out in 1984 and was made by none other than Lamberto Bava. No idea how to pronounce that, but it's the director of Demons, which if you haven't seen that movie, I urge you to do so. It's insane, it's gross, and I absolutely love it. Monster Shark, though, just a straight up piece of shit B-movie.
Oh.
I mean, it's definitely more entertaining than The Last Shark. I don't think anything can beat that. There's some fun stuff here and there. But overall, my pal Lamberto, he missed the mark on this one.
What, are you kidding?
In good Italian fashion, this movie is a confusing mess that makes no sense, but here's the basic premise. We open with this dead body in the water, and, oh, okay, I guess that scene's over. We quickly learn that an octopus shark monster, created in a secret military experiment, is eating tourists. So we're off to a great start. The creature, of course, needs to be stopped, and that's when we meet our two main characters, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
And Stella.
Hi, Stella.
Stella trains dolphins, and Peter is, I think he's a scientist or something. It's not very clear, but I do know that he loves Stella's ass.
If you think I'm doing this because Stella has a cute little ass, that's exactly right.
Hey, some character development, that's good. In the meantime, this random lady we've never seen before gets attacked and killed. But not before getting stripped down, of course, because we gotta see her tits. I am both confused and very uncomfortable. And of course, while this horrifying scene plays out, the music is a little out of place. Hey, quick question. Why is the bathwater yellow? Is she bathing in her piss? What's up? If you're anything like me, you might be thinking, what the hell is going on? So from what I understand, I think the lady knew about the monster fish and she threatened to expose the people responsible for creating it.
The press is gonna know all this.
Which is why some guy showed up, stripped her naked, and shoved her in a bathtub filled with piss. At least I think that's what happened. After that, we finally get our big monster shark attack scene. Hell yeah, finally, here we go! No! Oh. Okay, I guess that scene's over. But later that evening, this lady also gets attacked by the creature, so I don't know, let's see where this goes.
Approximately 320 years ago.
Are you kidding me? What's up with the horrible editing in these movies? Like, every cut is so incredibly abrupt. Back to these guys looking for the monster. They track it down. There it is.
I really think it's him.
Ooh, exciting. Nope, just kidding. All we get is this yellow mustard stain on the computer. And then the shark turns back and goes away.
He's gone.
But hold up, 10 minutes later, they go back on the same boat. They track the creature once more, but it then goes away again.
It's leaving. Come back. Come on, baby. Come back, baby.
Just a complete waste of time. Twice. I guess that's a common theme in Monster Shark. Lots of dull scenes that don't really go anywhere. Lots of waiting around, drinking beer, and killing time. And mind you, this was made by the director of Demons. Oh my god, this is great!
Boring.
Well, since the fish doesn't want to show up, Peter and Stella decide to go f*** on the beach. Pretty sure the giant killer shark octopus monster is a bigger priority, but hey, what do I know? Oh my god, do my eyes deceive me?
Oh my god!
No, it looks like we get a little action scene 53 minutes into the movie.
I can't believe it.
You know what? It was worth the wait. This scene is pretty great. The overacting, The cheap rubber tentacles, the creature roaring like a tiger despite not having any vocal cords. Yeah, this was pretty good.
I don't believe it.
Now that they're done fucking on a beach while their friend is being eaten alive, Peter and Stella are back. They're in the water doing God knows what. I really don't remember. But then out of nowhere, these bad guys show up and try to kill them underwater, which doesn't seem like the most efficient plan. And the guy from the piss-filled bathtub scene is also back to beat the shit out of this lady, and then he shoots her in the back. What the fuck is happening? Lamberto, what did you put in my drink? Nothing to worry about though. The octopus shark monster kills the baddies, so we're all good now. Why didn't it also kill our two main characters that were also in the water right next to it? I don't know.
Chef, I've just discovered something terrifying. Our monster can reproduce itself. What?
Sure. I mean, why not at this point?
It's a fantastic spectacle.
It sure is, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, hey, I think your computer's having a stroke. So while all of this is happening, we're also following this group of people working at some scientific research facility, and it turns out one of them is actually the bad guy who created the monster with the help of this slut. Alright, so we got these evil, greedy bad guys. That's fun. I'm curious to see where this goes. Oh. Okay. Well, that plot point is over, I guess. So, time for the big climax of the movie, where the creature goes on a rampage, eating people left and right. Damn, he bit this guy's head off. Did you see that? Anyway, in the end, they torch the thing with flamethrowers, and it dies. Now, you'd think the two main characters would be the ones to defeat the bad guy, but no, they're just chilling over there in the background. I don't know, I feel like it would be slightly more satisfying if our protagonist would be the one to save the day. Just a thought.
I'm finally getting my vacation.
Where are we going?
To the mountains.
Okay, kind of an awkward way to end your movie. You let me down, Lamberto. I was excited to watch Monster Shark. I like some of the director's other movies, and the insane premise just sounds fun.
A shark with tentacles.
But for the most part, this was a bland, dull, boring piece of shit B-movie. I didn't enjoy myself a whole lot, but hey, it has its moments. The bathtub full of piss, rubber tentacles, bad acting.
What?
There are little nuggets of fun sprinkled in here and there, but then the rest of it is just awful.
What does that mean?
Don't waste your time with this.
I still don't understand.
Exactly.
So, what did we learn today? That this whole thing was a terrible idea? Yes, the strange Italian ripoff craze was definitely fascinating, trying to copy popular American movies in the cheapest, laziest possible way, sometimes plagiarizing them to the point of being taken out of theaters. These strange films raise more questions than they answer. I am happy to have explored this very niche horror subgenre, but at the same time, this was a miserable evening full of headaches and confusion. We kind of peaked early with Cruel Jaws, a clusterfuck of an acid trip that made me laugh a whole lot. Then there was the most boring movie on earth, and lastly, a film with a premise full of potential, but that ultimately fails to deliver. Oh well, they can't all be winners, I guess. In the end, I think you're better off watching Jaws. Surprisingly, Steven Spielberg did it best, and if you're looking for a fun Italian horror movie, just go ahead and watch Demons. You're gonna have a much better time. Well, that's about it for me, and until we meet again, keep watching Italian horror movies. Good for your health. Bye-bye.